Hi, Yash. All the very best.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah. I think I've chopped my hair at the right time, I guess. And my hair were like this long. Yeah.
New look of Yash. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are live. We are live.
Great.
Yes, thank you for joining on the Sages platform. Of course, it is as much your baby as it is all of us. You've been
Yeah. Yeah.
closely associated with it, right from pre-birth, I would say. So before we start, I'll give a brief introduction of you to our Sages audience, and then we can get on with the topic. Exciting topic. Even I can't wait to hear more about this. So
Yeah.
Yash Dahenkar, co-founder and CEO of Acknowledger. He has been in the crypto space since 2016. Before starting Acknowledger, he started a company called BitGenie, which focuses on emerging technologies like blockchain and artificial intelligence. He also likes to educate people on blockchain and crypto. And till date, he has taught more than 4,000 plus professionals and students across the globe. Wow, 4,000. He has given talks about blockchain and crypto at many corporates and universities that include Bombay Stock Exchange, IIT Bombay, and Facebook's Developer Circle. He is also an advisor to Sages.life, Harmony Launcher, Fan Anywhere, Delhi Finance, Phantom Pad, and Polygame. Superb.
Yes.
So let's get on with the topic of today, the future of Metaverse, NFTs, and Web 3.0.
Yes. Thanks a lot for the wonderful introduction, Saras. Yeah. I'm glad to be connected here. Been working with the Sages team for almost around 2 years now, and really excited to see the product shaping and the overall vision taking place. And thanks to everyone who are part of the journey, because the bigger vision is kind of just excited about it. Always kind of just excited about it. Always kind of I'm excited when entrepreneurs like me, you or others, when they work and they put their heart and soul. So I love to do that, and been doing it for a long time now. And one more thing I wanted to add is, before starting my own company, BitGenie, I worked with 15 plus startups as an intern, doing various types of. I used to do all type of job, like whether it's cold calling, whether it's digital marketing, coding, programming, everything. I've done it, and that was kind of really exciting for me. And that's how been the journey. And today I think I'm going to talk about metaverse, Web3, NFT, and that actually been doing it for a long time, and that excites me every single day. And same thing is happening at Acknowledger as well. So yeah, thanks for inviting me today.
Great,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So, as a novice, how does one get started on the crypto space? I think now
Yeah, I think
everybody wants to join the bandwagon. So this is like the buzzword. So how does one really get
yeah,
started?
yeah. Yeah, so the way I'll say, the best way to get started is to kind of get that skin in the game. Skin in the game, in as in, like, I'll give you an example of my example. Okay, how I started. So I initially kind of came across this word called Bitcoin. Okay, I thought it is something like PayPal, where you just do the payment. It's like a payment gateway, like any other payment gateway. I didn't care too much. I came across this in 2013, and then I don't know. I just came across an article in 2014 that there's 14 or 15. I guess the guy was claiming that this is going to skyrocket in future. You should take a close watch on this. So I started a little bit reading, and I thought, I'll just. He was so bullish on that like article. Like I used to follow a lot of finance gurus like me. They used to write, and then this guy was on Quora also. I read a lot about it, and during that time, Quora was quite famous. So, and then he's saying, like, you should do it. I said, let's try it out. So that time I bought my first Bitcoin, I think 2016, like a very small fraction. And then, it was just kind of, the price was just going up. I was not aware what's happening. Like, it's crazy. So I thought, is it like a scam or something? No. But then I started a little bit deep, digging deeper. Like, and then I came across this word called blockchain. Okay. And then when I started kind of going more deeper and understanding things, how it actually works, that was kind of, mind blowing for me, because I realized this can change the complete financial system, the way we are doing the finance economics. Okay. And that was mind blowing for me. And there are only 21 billion Bitcoins. So basically, it all started when I got my first Bitcoin. Like, I got that skin in the game because I was more worried about it. Okay. Then, how it will affect the price, and how it will affect my personal investment. Okay. And then kind of started going deeper, and I started then came across Ethereum, smart contracts, now decentralized applications, DeFi we call it, decentralized metaverse, NFTs, and it's going crazy from there. The suggestion is like, if you want to get started, you can always start reading about books and all those things. But the thing is, till the time you don't have that skin in the game, it will not put you like, you will not put that effort to learn and understand these things, because it's really challenging and hard. It's not easy to learn because you have to spend and invest time. So, which is kind of challenging in today's world. Yeah.
But I guess with teachers like you, at least there's a lot of help and material out there for people to start off. So that's really great.
Absolutely.
So what is the metaverse? I mean, basically now Facebook also has got itself renamed to Meta. So what is this buzz about Meta now, and how will this impact our lives?
Yeah. So, in simple language, metaverse is nothing but internet on steroids. Okay. Like, imagine,
Internet on steroid.
steroids. Yeah. Like, it's
Okay.
going crazy, right? Like, so basically the metaverse space is built on three pillars. Okay. The first pillar is the blockchain and the crypto infrastructure. The second is the AR, VR, and the technology stack, which is kind of the graphics, I'll say. And the third one is the kind of the gaming aspect. The gaming aspect is really important because that gamification is kind of playing a really important role in the metaverse. So today, if you ask me, like, a true metaverse is not yet there. Okay, like, I'll say, like, a true metaverse, like, the way we see, so imagine when we are in 1980s, we are imagining the internet. Okay, like, we are that early. Okay, like, the metaverse is kind of not there yet, but we are kind of working. There are, like, kind of partial segments to the metaverse. Like, for example, there's a game called Fortnite, Roblox, and you must have seen the movie called Matrix. That Neo is there, and then he just like, if you have seen that movie over there, it's a kind of, I think, 20-year-old now, I think, a long time. But in that movie, he shares that example. They go in the metaverse, like, it's kind of completely new world. Okay, where you
Right.
interact, do activities, meet people, and in those games, basically, you kind of immerse yourself. It feels like you are actually part of it. So imagine, like, if you're buying something on Amazon today, you just scroll the screen. It's so boring. Like, you cannot even feel that product, how it will look on you, or how does it kind of will look like or feel, or how we cannot have that experience today. But, like, what will happen in future, you will be able to see how it will look on your body. You will be able to feel the texture of it through this metaverse technology, and you'll be able to have that immersive experience. Like, it will be almost real. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Being like in a virtual world with,
Yeah.
interacting with virtual people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You also mentioned something about NFT. So why is there so much hype around NFT? I see a lot of even, celebrities going in for it. So what exactly is that?
Yeah, so NFT is kind of really interesting concept. Kind of, even for me, it took a lot of time to, just grasp why these people are going crazy about it. Okay, like, I'll be honest with you, because even being an expert, I was not able to figure out. I thought it's just a hype or a bubble that going to burst. But, I started digging a little bit deeper, and what I realized is, so I'll give an example just to, let's go from a basic. So, in Web2, what we essentially did is digitized all the data from physical world to the digital world. And Google played a really important role in doing that. Okay. And as we are moving ahead towards the Web3, like the new internet, okay, what we are essentially doing is digitizing all the assets. Okay. First, we started with data, now we are doing it with the assets. So from your desktop, your like a digital image to your laptop, PC, your all household items will also be kind of digitized. Okay, kind of a virtual version will be there. Okay, of those items. So, and those digital assets are of two types. First is a fungible token. Fungible token, as in like you can have multiple copies of that. Like for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum. There are multiple copies. Like there are like 21 million Bitcoins. And then there's a non-fungible token, which is known as NFT. Okay, which is a unique asset. There'll be only one type of it. Okay, like which is a unique in nature, and you cannot kind of make multiple copies of that. It has its own intrinsic value. So that is an NFT. Okay, so this NFT is kind of one of the digital assets which is unique in nature. So for example, say this moment right now is a unique moment, and this will only be created once in a lifetime. So if I take a screenshot, so this will be an NFT. I can create an NFT and can say this was the first session, my first session on the Say Cheese. So if I become very big in future, so this will be sold in say thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions. Okay, so like that. If say both Say Cheese and we grow together, become like very big in future, say 10 years down the line. So it's like that. Okay, so this is the moments, those precious moments, like Amitabh Bachchan, his first shot in the movie. So that can be captured as an NFT. So and everything will be kind of everything is an NFT. But basically, if you think in a deeper way, so I realized, wow, like this can become very big. So that's what an NFT. Imagine like from your certificates to your car, like whatever the certificates, employment certificates, your mark sheets, and even your your goods that you buy, like everything will be kind of converted into a digital asset, mostly within an NFT, and that you can buy and sell. Okay, easily. Like say instead of like buying a car, going through all that documentation, what I have to do, say, in order to transfer the ownership, I just have to transfer one NFT from my side to your wallet, and then you get that ownership. So imagine like how it makes a lot of sense. So and then that's how kind of I started working on Acknowledger as well. So where we kind of want to become the Google and Amazon for the Web3 digital assets. Okay, like we already want to like keep a track of all the NFTs across the Web3, and we have started taking the first step as well, and kind of delivering that. So yeah, that's an NFT, and that's how the whole journey started. And it's just getting we are very early, because there are only I think 10 million people, not 10 even, just 1 million people who own NFT in today, like today. So we are so early, like yeah, very early, like yeah.
So I heard you mention Web3 and of course Metaverse. So how do we get ready for this future? Because the common man can't even imagine the kind of changes that are going to be happening.
Yeah, so the way I personally suggest, like a lot of pipe, and even I think yesterday there was a news that Indian government will be taxing crypto. So that's actually a good step, because that actually legitimizes the whole thing, not like a complete legal tender, but to some extent we have taken the first step. Okay, so that's actually a good thing. Okay, if you look at the bigger picture. So in Web3, I'll tell you, like, so everything will be digitalized. Like the way we first digitized all the data, like people were skeptical, whether it's possible also, right? Like when we started the early days of internet, so it was kind of a little bit tricky thing, to predict it. But I'm telling you right now, I'm taking you to the future, is that in future every asset, like whatever the buying selling we do online, it will be through this NFTs or this fungible tokens. Okay, and even government of India, so they are planning to launch their own digital rupee, that is known as, so CBDCs, like it will be like a digital rupee. Okay, that will be transferred like a just like a Bitcoin or Ethereum. So how cool is that? So they are also kind of planning things. So I think it's just getting started, and I personally see it becoming very big. So in order to get started in Web3, what you need to do is you need to start owning these crypto assets small. You start small and you try to learn those. Okay, it takes time. It will take time. It will take 6 months, 12 months to kind of master it, because it's not easy, challenging. But people who will do it, they will have way to like early movers advantage. Okay, like, and most of the people think like it's very difficult to understand, but it's not. Like if you just put your and And if you have that circle, who talks about it, I think it becomes very easy. So I think become part of such community circle where you talk it on daily basis, because that's the future. And even like company like Meta, they have changed the complete direction trajectory
Correct.
on this web. So imagine, yeah.
Yeah. I think again, Acknowledger is one of the pioneers here. So what kind of problems are you trying to solve through Acknowledger?
Yes, that's a good question. And so Acknowledger kind of uh, we initially were trying to build something for the Web3, and I like before starting Acknowledger, I was working at BitGenie. I still do, and where we created this BitGenie research, okay, where we kind of mapped and indexed more than 250,000 market research reports across the internet. Okay, that's crazy amount of number we created. It used to extract a lot of data and automatically creates the summary of all the reports. And like I already played with that data, and I saw that when I was trying to do it, like kind of creating a ledger for this reports, or like scientific journals, I realized this is there, but I think the real problem will not be there, because these things will be converted into an NFT in future. So I saw this NFT touch over there, and then what we actually are trying to do is we are kind of organizing all these digital assets across the Web3. Okay, in terms of the problem, because what happens is today there's no structured way to access the NFT data. Okay, so if you are building a metaverse, okay, you need to access or index as in like you need to keep track of all the digital assets in your particular metaverse, and for that you need to build your own infrastructure from the scratch. Okay, like, but through Acknowledger you don't have to do that. Like, we give you a search engine. We have created an NFT search engine, okay, which is ready, by the way. It's going to go live in this quarter. And this NFT search engine integrates with your product, and it automatically keeps track of all the assets, and you can integrate with your product, your metaverse, and people can search assets through that search engine. Okay, so it saves you a lot of time, money, resources, infrastructure, as well as all your digital assets. They become part of our system, so that even our users will be able to access your digital assets, okay, through our platform. And they will be able to compare it, map it, and then we redirect traffic on your website. So this is the way kind of we have designed it, and we want to become the nervous system of the complete Web3 and digital assets, and enable the interoperability. Interoperability is in, this is one of the really interesting concept. So for example, I think, I'm not sure like how many of you have played games. Okay, like there are digital assets like a car in a game. These kids, they play in game called NFS, and this Roblox. Okay, any car like PUBG. These days PUBG is very famous. Okay, so imagine like you are driving one car in PUBG. Okay, you want to use the same car in one of the other game called Fortnite. Today you can't do that, because they are not designed, they are not interoperable. But in future, all these metaverses will be interoperable. Like you'll be able to move one asset from one metaverse to another metaverse. Okay, that's crazy, because I'll tell you, because this will open huge door of opportunities. How it will open is like, say, it benefits all the four key stakeholders. The gamer today, they will be able to make money while playing game, because like they can sell those digital assets in a real money, okay, like a crypto, and then they can make money. And so like people, there's a game called Axie Infinity. You must have heard about it, I'm not sure. But this game, the gamers, they make they have 100K daily active users, by the way. And all the gamers, on an average, they make $2,000 to $5,000 per month by just playing game. Okay, so that's what is happening. So it actually helping all the gamers not to, because like say if we have kids at home, and they end up playing a lot of game, but they don't make money. Instead of they spend money. But through this crypto play to on metaverses, they'll be able to make money. The game designers can create better assets, they can make money. The game developers, they can increase their revenue as well as user base by enabling the interoperability. Okay, like you transfer the asset and your users, they become my users. So that way they will be able to scale massively. The biggest game is like Fortnite today with 1 billion users. Okay, so imagine like what scale is it's going to happen. And even investors, like people like me who usually are not a gamers, they can buy those assets and they can lend it out to the gaming community, and I can earn passive income. And as the price of the asset appreciates, I also make money, and I also get a passive income through that. So this is what is happening. So Acknowledger kind of solving all this problem. And third biggest problem today people mostly buy NFTs based on the hype. Okay, like or some friend told them to buy, like without understanding the core, the usability or utility of that NFT. So this is one major problem. So we want to change that system, because this hype, NFT hype will not go for a long time. It will, after some time, it will fade away. So through this NFTs, like through our platform, we are trying to solve that problem as well. You will be able to understand the utility, what to buy, how to buy, and whether you should invest in that NFT or not. Okay, so because the NFTs are getting quite expensive, like Justin Bieber just bought, I think, one NFT for $1.4 million. The Board 8 Yacht Club, yeah, I think 3 days back, yeah. So it's crazy.
So are NFTs also like a Bitcoin where you can buy like a fraction, or is it like one asset?
No, so you have to, it's a one asset, as I told you, it's a unique asset. Okay, but this this decentralized finance guys, they kind of played a trick through that. Okay, so they introduced one more concept called fractional NFTs. So if the NFT is, say, worth $1 million, I will divide it in, say, 10,000 parts, and say you can invest a fraction and you can become part of the partial owner of that NFT. Okay, so this is what also is happening. So fractional NFTs, this is one concept that is also kind of taking off. I think a lot of companies, they are dedicatedly working on that. But yeah, so that is there. But NFTs are unique. You have to own it completely. Okay, yeah, complete NFT.
Okay.
Yeah.
And lastly, I mean, basically, how does one go about investing in cryptocurrencies and make money? Because I started a couple of months back and I have burnt my fingers actually. So I put a very small number, and it's exactly after that the prices started falling.
Yeah. No. So actually, yeah. So the timing, it's all the game of the timing. Okay. So if you want to start the journey in crypto, I think the best way, as I told you, like, just get in and don't invest the money to make money, invest the money to learn. Okay,
Learn.
because anyway you are not going to make like crazy money. That will going to change initially, at least the first 6 months. And maybe there'll be some stroke of luck. There's a beginner's luck that always happens, but that will not be consistent. You will end up, in a long run, you'll end up losing money. So your goal should be to sorry, yeah, your goal should be to learn rather than make money. Okay, initially. Okay, you should be able to take some risky bets, and those risky bets you'll be able to take, because when you have that mindset, you should not be fearful that, okay, I'll lose money. But your mindset should be to kind of learn things. Okay, so I'll tell you like what happened with me as well, so that you can try to get analogy, and that's what happens with everyone. Okay, so I got in early at the right time. By the way, you got in at the wrong time of the market when you entered your journey. Like, you were at the peak. Okay, and then kind of the market started falling, but I kind of was lucky, or I'll say even not smart enough. I'll say smart, because a lot of people around me, they knew it. Okay, like, because I told them about it, but nobody took that risk to get in. Okay, but I'll say, what I did, like, my timing was really better than a lot of people. So I was eventually kind of making a lot of money. I made crazy money in 2016, 17. I made a lot of money. Okay, then what happened? I didn't understand risk management. I didn't understand whether you should kind of take the profits out and from time to time. So I was just trying to figure out those things. I made crazy money. Then you don't know, when you make like crazy money, you don't know what to do with it. Like, you just say, okay, you become greedy. Okay, that greed takes over your the mind, and you become biased. Okay, like, then you think you can make any amount of money. When you kind of start making money, you think you can make crazy amount of money, but without understanding the risk and all those things. So, and then I said, okay, abhi itna hai, to abhi aur main badhega, abhi to main, I'll become a millionaire. Okay, so it's like that. So that, I didn't sell anything, I didn't book profits, because I saw in 2016, 17, it just keeps going up. Okay, so it's a market, and then when you enter, you think the stock market will keep going up, or even the crypto market. But that's what doesn't happen. Okay, so there's a market cycle, the market corrects, and again it takes off. Okay, so during that bear market, okay, when the market goes off, that's where a patience, a person's patience, and all those things are tested. Okay, like how calm you are, how peaceful you are, and and trading, when you trade, actually, it's kind of not everyone's cup of tea. Okay, I don't suggest anyone people to kind of daily trade. So, and then they lose money, and then then they lose majority of the value. Okay, so this is what happens with a lot of people, and then they just give up. They stop. Okay, this is a scam. I don't want to enter, and then they leave. Okay, so this is the worst way to exit. You have not learned anything. You are actually lost money. You have lost. You don't even understand how things are working. You have not figured out things. Okay, the better way is to kind of, when you go, try to see the price is increasing, but why it's increasing, why it's going down. You ask questions. You try to find the answers, and that is the best way to learn. Okay, what is NFT? You will come in crypto, I'm pretty sure. Okay, every 3 months or every, like, I think not even like every week, there's something new that comes up. Because over the past 3 4 years, one thing I've observed, crypto guys, they always bring something new. Okay, first it was like, this ICOs, initial coin offering, then, then DeFi came, DeFi, then NFTs came, now Metaverse, and again, something 12 months down the line, I think something new will come up. But the thing is, why this is happening, because we are very early. Okay, people are still trying to figure out, and they're coming up with like things. But the only way to understand and catch up with that is to kind of ask right questions and try to find the answers to those questions. So that's how you will learn, and that's how you should get started. That's how the journey should end. And just don't be a theoretical person. Try to get some hands-on. Like, try to invest, or passively try to, or and the other best way to learn is to kind of work at a crypto startup. I'll say that that is the life-changing thing, because I'll tell you, people, Polygon is one of the biggest crypto company in India. Like, the founders are billionaire. I think their valuation is around $60 billion, 10 to $15 billion, and I think the people who were early employees, like, I think everyone is kind of a millionaire there, and they have started their own projects, and they understand they are kind of all the leaders. Like, it's kind of that Polygon mafia, the way there's a PayPal mafia. So. So this is another way to learn it, and I'll suggest, like, don't be greedy. Try to understand things. And the last thing, I'll want to add on this is, when you start your crypto journey, I'll tell you, like, I have studied hundreds of strategies. The best strategy to make crazy amount of money in crypto is to accumulate every week or every month. Like, just buy 5, 10, 20K, whatever the money you are comfortable with, every month. Bitcoin, Ethereum, the top 2 3 coins. Okay, every month for a year for a duration of 3 to 5 years. Okay, like, for the next bull, till the time the next bull market is there. If you keep accumulating irrespective of the price, it's like the SIP you do in mutual funds. Okay,
Right.
so keep doing that. You get a dollar cost average price. Like, you do that DCA, dollar cost average, and that will give you the best price. And I think you will be accumulating a good amount of coins over the period of time, whether the irrespective of the price. And I think you will have a healthy portfolio. So I think that's when that you will not regret that you have lost money, because then you'll be just investing money which you can afford to lose. Don't take loans or anything, borrow money to invest in the market. That is the most stupid thing I've seen, because I've seen people doing that. And in
Yeah.
crypto, if the market goes minus, like, if the coin is going minus 90%, it can again go another minus 90%. This I have seen. Okay, and this is only happens in crypto. Okay, so you'll end up losing all your money, so don't do that. Yeah.
Got it. Yes, thank you so much. Very, very informative and enlightening session, and
Yeah.
a lot of practical tips. So thank you so much.
Yes,
Rajdeep,
thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot, Saras. Yeah.
thanks.
Yash, lovely to have you today, with us. And it was all the examples you gave, and especially the deeper meaning also that you shared. I think they were really lovely. And we would love to go back on our platform to talk about your personal journey in more detail. We'd love to hear on what's really happening on crypto. If you could take some sessions to also help women to understand how do you really go ahead and do it. So lots of action, and we really wish Acknowledger all the very best to achieve greater heights. And so great work y'all are doing, Yash. Thanks so much.
Yes, thanks a lot, Rajpreet. Thanks a lot, Saras, and others who are part of it, and really appreciate it. And the time, enjoyed the discussion, the questions as well, and I'm glad that I think this is, the space is kind of getting heated, and even like this app, kind of what we are building here, a community, like, I think even a crypto club can be started here itself. Okay, so focusing on things, because I think the best way is to learn is from having the people in your vicinity, with whom you can talk about, because you are the average of 5 people you work with, or you are interacting with. Yeah. So that's about it. And yeah, really thanks a lot for inviting again. Lots of gratitude and love to everyone here. Really appreciate it. I'll say keep shining, keep doing things, keep trying it out, keep experimenting also, because and we are all going to make it. Yes. So that's on this note. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yash. Thank you. Thank you for your
Yeah.
encouraging words.
Yes. Yes. Yes.